Hello students. So now in this video we are going to start with the same chapter, Lost Spring, but second story that takes place in Firozabad, the story about bangle makers, where this Anish Jung, she found that all the families who were engaged in one business, one trade, that is bangle making, here they had actually employed their own children also in this occupation. Means these families, they were not sending their children to school or to prepare them for the life, because they all thought that same family business they are to take, so why not to start from the very beginning, from the very childhood. So every child there she found was working in this bangle making, helping their parents only. So let's see this second part, second story of this chapter, that is Lost Spring. And this heading is I want to drive a car. Here she met one boy who was having a dream, a very different dream. Though she found that in that area, in Firozabad, in bangle making industry, this is very difficult for people to have different course of life or have different dreams. But this boy is daring enough to have a different dream. And he wants to become a mechanic, because he doesn't want to be there in bangle making, because he has seen that this is not profitable business. He wants to do something else, but maybe it is not that easy. So let's start with this second story. Mukesh insists on being his own master. I will be a motor mechanic, he announces. So one day when she met this boy and she wanted to ask what he wants to be in his life, he said, I want to be a motor mechanic. Do you know anything about cars? Means how he got this dream. So that's why maybe she was interested to know that where is the seat he got for this big dream to become a motor mechanic. I will learn to drive a car, he answers, looking straight into my eyes. This is important, underline. This boy, this Mukesh, he is so determined that he was able to look into the eyes of this writer. It's not that he shies away, no. He looks straight into the eyes of this writer and he says, I will try to learn. This is not a big problem. This is not a big deal. So it means he is very much determined to do this thing, to become a mechanic. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his own Firozabad, famous for its bangles. Though even writer feels that this is like a mirage only. I think you all understand mirages, which in the desert area, when you have this illusion that at a distance there is water, but when you go over there, this is not water. This is actually shining sand only. When the straight rays, are falling over the sand shines, and from a distance you feel that this is water. So only illusion is created. And she was feeling that maybe this boy is very small, he doesn't understand, but maybe this is an illusion only, that he wants to do something else, but maybe he won't be able to do this. Why? Because in Firozabad she had seen that every family is having one business, that is bangle making. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. It is a center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have spent generations working around furnaces, welding glass, making bangles for all the women in the land, it seems. And she knew it, that this land is known for bangle making. Here every family member, every child in every house is engaged in one trade only, that is bangle making. And that's why maybe this is difficult for these people to go to some other trade. Mukesh's family is among them. Bangle makers they are. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnaces with high temperature in dingy cells without air and light. Naturally, these houses are very small because these people are not very rich people. They are not having big factories. Actually, they are maybe having one room house or two room houses, and that room only, or maybe out of two rooms, one room is, taken as we can say their factory only, because in one room they have put the furnaces and everything is there, and they are sitting over there working day and night, welding the glass and making the bangles, and they are sitting in front of that hot furnaces. Where okay, and she says that maybe these people do not know, not even a single family knows it, that in India this is illegal to put children to work. This is child labor, and child labor is illegal in India. Maybe no one knows. That's why every child is engaged in this bangle making. And she says that's why if law is enforced, what will happen? That the law, if enforced, could get him and all those 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces where they slog their daylight hours. Slog means spent. Underline this, slog. So she says if the law is enforced over there, then maybe near about 20,000 children will be getting freedom. Okay, they will get freedom, because it means near about 20,000 children spend their day and night over here working in the glass factories, helping their parents in making the bangles. Often losing, and then what is the aftermath? What is the side effect of this business? Often losing the brightness of their eyes. Okay, first of all, she says that all these people spend their day and night in this bangle making factories, sitting in front of the hot furnaces, and because of this bangle making, the side effect is that sometime they lose their eyesight entirely, or their eyesight becomes very weak. Even they become blind also. But if not blind, even then the chances are that their eyesight is very weak. Mukesh's eyes beam as he volunteers to take me home, which he proudly says is being rebuilt, means renovated. When she asked Mukesh that, okay, I would like to visit your home, okay, would you take me? He was very happy. There was shine in his eyes. He said, yes, why not? I will take you to my home, but my home is being renovated these days. Okay. But even then, he was ready to take her. We walked down the stinking lanes, choked with garbage. So this is the condition of Firozabad. Those people who are giving beautiful bangles, okay, a sign of happiness to each and every person all over India or maybe all over the world. But they themselves are living in very bad conditions. Stinking lanes, okay, there's a smell coming from here and there. Stinking lanes choked with garbage, past home that remains hovels. Hovels means dirty houses. She saw that when she was going towards Mukesh's house, she saw that all the houses are, broken houses, dirty houses, mud houses. Okay, no house is a proper house. The walls are crumbling walls, the doors are wobbly doors. Okay, that kind of houses these were. Hovels with crumbling walls, wobbly doors. Okay, no windows, crowded with families of humans and animals coexisting in a primeval state. Primeval means ancient state. Means when people were not civilized at that time, animals and human beings, they used to live together in the same place. And then gradually people got to know that yes, this is not hygienic. Then only maybe they started living separately from the animals. But here she came, when she came, she said that it was as if this was ancient time. People have no sense of hygiene. Animals and human beings, they are living in the same small houses, and the doors are loosely hanging doors. Okay, it's not that people are having money. They are not having money even for having proper wall to cover their house. No, nothing like this. He stops at the door of one such house. One such house means all the houses are in very bad condition, desperate condition, and he stops in front of one of the houses, bangs a wobbly iron door with his foot and pushes it open. we enter a half-built shack, because he had already told this is being renovated. Okay, so they entered in this shack, is we can say roof, or we can say roof with the we can say dry leaves, etc. So this kind of roof, maybe this is what, maybe more room they were building or something like this. So maybe more area they were trying to cover. So that's why this is half built shack. In one part of it, thatched with dead grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. Now, what she saw, that naturally there was a firewood stove in one corner of that open area, and there they were cooking the food, spinach they were cooking. On the ground, in large aluminium platters means very big plates, okay, platters, large plates, are some chopped vegetables. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Though through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. So she saw that in one corner they are using this corner as kitchen, and some lady was cooking the evening meal. And who was this lady? Mukesh's sister-in-law, Mukesh's elder brother's wife she was. Not much older in years, she has begun to command respect as the Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house. Naturally, she was the daughter-in-law, and she had taken the command or responsibility of this house, though she was not, very much old in years. Okay, means she was also very young, but even then she had taken the responsibility of this house, because she was now the daughter-in-law. Already in charge of 3 men, her husband, Mukesh, and their father. When the older man enters, means Mukesh's father, when he enters, she gently withdraws behind the broken wall and brings her veil closer to her face. So this is one of the customs in Indian families, that whenever there are male elderly people in the house, the women are supposed to cover their face. Okay, so she also covered her face because the father-in-law was there. As custom demands, daughters-in-law must veil their faces before male elders. In this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker, very poor bangle maker. Okay, this elder is also very poor bangle maker. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, then a bangle maker, he has failed to renovate a house, send his 2 sons to school. All he has managed to do is teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. So here this man, he had maybe initially spent few years to become a tailor. Maybe he could not earn that much, maybe there was not that much profit, so that's why he took to bangle making. For the last many years now he is in the same trade, but though it is not very profitable trade, but even then yet he doesn't want to leave this business. Okay, he has taught his 2 children the same business. Maybe he was not having that much money to send them to school, but he could do one thing, and this one thing was that he could put his 2 children, okay, into this business, same business of bangle making. And maybe as a father, he is satisfied father, he is very happy father, that at least he has taught this trade, okay, this bangle making, to his 2 sons, because he is satisfied. Why? Because at least this way these 2 children would be earning something, if not that much. Okay, I think we should stop here, okay, in this video. Okay, you just read the chapter, listen to this video, watch this video, and then once again read the chapter. Then you will get to know more about the questions which can be put in the boards. I think this should be enough for this video. Thank you.